Hi everyone! So today in reading we are going to be asking some questions. We are asking questions about the snow leopard text. So what I would like you to do is in a moment pause the video and go back to the snow leopard text and give it a good read through and discuss what's happening, discuss the information that it's given us. So yeah, pause now and then we will start asking our questions once we've read the text. Okay, so I have just read the snow leopard text again, so now I'm ready to ask some questions about it. It's an information text or a non-fiction text, that means the same thing. So it is giving us some information, it's giving us some facts about snow leopards. The aim of today's lesson is for us to be able to ask any questions about that text, so they can be questions that we can answer or questions that we can't answer. The answer doesn't matter too much, the main thing is that we are asking questions using question words. So I've got my deeper questioning grid to help me, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look at my deeper questioning grid, which has some question words on, and I'm going to try and find a question word which I can think of a question to ask, starting with that word about the snow leopard text. So I'm just having a look at my deeper questioning grid now, and I have found the word where. So I'm going to have a think and see if I can think of a question that starts with where that I can ask about the snow leopard text. Okay, I've got one. I can ask, where do snow leopards live? That's my question. So I'm going to say it really carefully to make sure that I can remember it. Where do snow leopards live? Where do snow leopards live? And now I think I'm ready to start writing it down. My first word is where, and because it's at the beginning of my question, it needs a capital letter. So my W goes up to the top dotty line, which is where my capital letters go up to. Now I don't need to use my phonics to spell where because I can copy it down from my deeper questioning grid. Where. Now I'm going to put in my finger space and write do. Where do snow leopards, I can see the text so I can just copy down the word snow leopards from the text. Where do snow, finger space, leopards, finger space, live. Now I'm going to read my question back through to myself. Where do snow leopards live? Yep, that makes sense. I think it's fine. Oh, I've just remembered that it's a question, so it needs a question mark on the end. That's really important. Where do snow leopards live? So I've got my first question. I've started it with a question word and ended it with a question mark. Now I'm going to have a look at my deeper questioning grid again, and I'm going to try and find another question word which I could start my next question with. Okay, so I can see the word how. It's the one that looks like ow, how. I'm going to try and think of a question that starts with the word how about snow leopards. Ah, I've got one. Okay, because I remember reading about how it is very difficult for the snow leopards to survive because the temperatures in the Himalayas are so cold. So I am going to ask the question, how do snow leopards survive? How do snow leopards survive? I'm just saying it over and over again to myself so that I don't forget what I'm writing in the middle of it. How do snow leopards survive? That's what I'm going to write down. I've got it now. How is my first word. So I'm going to write it down with a capital letter. Ow in cow. Ow, how. How. Now I need my finger space. How do, finger space, snow, how do snow leopards, which I can copy down because it's in the text, so I can spell that right. How do snow leopards survive? Okay, I need to use my phonics for this one. Survive, sir, I split digraph, survive. That makes sense. How do snow leopards survive? And oh, I need my question mark on the end to make sure it's a question. I'm just going to read that one more time to check it makes sense. How do snow leopards survive? Yep, I like that and I'm happy with it. So now I'm going to think of another question. I'm going to use my deeper questioning grid to help me. Okay, I found the word what. Oh, and I'm really interested in what snow leopards eat. So I'm going to ask the question, what do snow leopards eat? What do snow leopards eat? Oh, but I've just realised that I've written the word snow leopards in this question and snow leopards in this question. So really, I don't need to write that again. I can write what do they eat, and the person reading my questions will know that I'm still talking about snow leopards. So I'm actually going to write what do they eat. I'm going to start my first word, which is what. It's a question word. It has a capital letter that goes up to the top dotty line. What? Finger space. Do. What do, finger space, they, they, what do they, my next word is eat, I can use my phonics for that, eat, eat, what do they eat, what have I forgotten, oh, my question mark, I'll pop it in. Okay, I've got 3 really good sentences there. They are question sentences. I'm just going to read through them to make sure all of my questions make sense. Where do snow leopards live? How do snow leopards survive? And what do they eat? Yep, I'm really happy with those. I've just realised that I could improve how do snow leopards survive. I could write, how do snow leopards survive in the freezing temperatures? That would make my question even better, so in a moment I might edit that in. So there we go, I've got 3 questions there. They are all about the snow leopard text. It's your turn now, asking some questions about the snow leopard text. They can be questions that you can answer or questions that you can't answer. It doesn't matter. As long as they're questions, they need to start with a question word and end in a question mark. See you soon, year ones!